Hello friends, I welcome you once again to the A4 Superior Tutorial Series, a presentation by the Academy for Life Skills Development. Today we are going to take the one of the OLQs from the Factor 2, that is called Social Adaptability. Earlier we have already made videos on effective intelligence, reasoning ability, power of expression, and I hope you found them useful. So today we'll take Social Adaptability. In Hindi it's called Samajik Anukulanshilta. Your ability to mix with people, adapt with people and new environment. So we'll see that. The definition of social adaptability, it says the ability of an individual to adapt himself to the social environment and adjust well with persons and social groups with special reference to superiors, equals and subordinate. है ना, इसको समझने के लिए आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा. You would have already seen this diagram where 90% of your subconscious mind, अगर आपके अंदर ये quality है social adaptability का, so it gives you certain power. What is that power? Now suppose ये एक organization है, it can be any organization, it can be society, it can be your house, it can be your school, college, or it can be your professional environment, and say this person with that green LED blinking, let us say this is you, and let us now see what is this definition trying to say. If you have social adaptability, it gives you the ability, kabiliyat, to adapt yourself to the social environment. So if you are the one which is the blinking one, so you can adjust to this environment, whether it is college, whether it is house, whether it is a professional relation, whether it is SSB group, you can adjust because you have the ability to adapt. Social adjustment, social adaptability. Okay, adjust well with persons. So you can also adjust with individuals. You may be from Sainik school, but you're comfortable with others also. You don't make groups within group. Sainik school people क्या है, जब वो SSB में जाते हैं, they are 2-3 together, they'll make a group. Or if you're a Punjabi, you don't make group of Punjabi. You can interact with everybody. If you're an officer's son, you have no problem in interacting with others, and you have no inferiority or superiority complex. You can adjust with people. You may be intelligent, but you're still comfortable with people who are not so intelligent. You may be beautiful, but you have no problem in adjusting with people who are not as beautiful as you are. You may be physically extremely fit. So it can be at multiple domains. So you can handle or you can adjust people at an individual level and also social groups. Now this social group can be a religious group, can be a cultural group, can be a GTO का group or whatever. Your ability to adjust, आप पानी की तरह हो, किसी भी माहौल में ढाल सकते हो. Now this is a tremendous amount of capacity, right? With special reference to superiors, equals and subordinate. For example, इस definition को समझाने के लिए with superiors, equals and subordinate, you can see in this triangle, organized triangle. So you are in the middle. So there are some people who are above you, there are some people who are below you, and there are some people at your level. Now with special reference to superior, so your ability to adjust well who are superior to you in terms of position, in terms of intellect, in terms of physical fitness, in terms of their creative thinking, in terms of their problem solving. So they may be positionally superior to you, or maybe intellectually superior to you, or because of the personal powers they may be superior to you. So that is one. Now equals, what do you mean by equal? For example, you are a company commander, a major, and you can adjust well with other majors in the company. You have no conflicts. So ये बराबर वाले hierarchy में same level के ऊपर. So it is people who are left and left to you with the same kind of a positional power or maybe personal power. And then with subordinate. Now the subordinate can be in an organization, subordinates can be your subordinates, or it can be in terms of intellectual capacity. So in a group, for example, in a GTO group, you may have people who are extremely good, or you may have people who are not so good as you, and you may have people who are comparable to you. So how well do you adjust? Now the moment you say load नहीं उठाऊंगा, फट्टा नहीं दूंगा, किसी को बोलने नहीं दूंगा, definitely you are showing adjustment problem. You may not be having it, but because you've been coached like that, you start showing adjustment problem and you think it's leadership. No, it is my group. We feeling jab tak nahi aayega, you cannot have social adaptability thing. So please understand that. So in a GTO group, when you create, for example, let us take TAT part 5, Karan Harpreet ki story. What was the relationship? Friend. Look at the way he treated the friend. So definitely that was tremendous amount of inner conflicts, and that manifested. So in a GTO group, how do you conduct yourself in a group? Do you adjust with people? In a TAT story, the way you create your story and the way people interact with each other, it shows whether you're adaptable or not. आपकी सोच आपके कैरेक्टर में डाल देते हो आप TAT, WAT, SRTs वगैरह में. So please understand. So I'll read the definition once again. It is the ability of an individual to adapt himself to the social environment and adjust well with persons and social group with special reference to superiors, equals and subordinate. Let us take if it is your house. How well are you adjusting your house? Do you have conflict with the parents? Do you have conflict with the mother? Do you have conflict with the elder sister, elder brother? Do you have conflict with your siblings? So this shows how well you are adjusted. If you are socially well adjusted, there will be harmony in your relationship. But if you are not well adjusted, there will be disharmony in your relationship. So we'll see that further. The definition further says social adaptability includes social intelligence. Now look, this is not effective intelligence. This is not basic intelligence. This is social intelligence. There's another form of intelligence which helps you to, adapt with people of different cultures, different nature. But if you have problem in social intelligence, you cannot build healthy relationship. Attitude towards others. दूसरों की तरफ का आपका दृष्टिकोण. For example, if you're a male, your attitude towards a female, is it healthy, unhealthy? Do you respect them or do you have calm bhavna along with them? Or attitudes opposite other religion, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Are you a liberal thinker or you a rigid thinker? Attitude towards a situation, attitude towards a particular kind of a environment or anything. So आपका दृष्टिकोण दूसरों की तरफ. It can be a situation, person or an individual or an event or whatever. Tact, yukti. How skillful are you in managing the other's feeling and adaptability? कितना आप एक दूसरे के साथ mix हो सकते हैं पानी की तरह. So these are things. Let's see the definition of sub-definition of these 4 factors. Let's see for social intelligence. Now, social intelligence gives you the ability to deal with individuals singly, एक आदमी के साथ और in a group. और यह ग्रुप के साथ. अभी आप जीटीओ में भी चेक कर लो, जीवन में भी चेक कर लो. इफ यू हैव दिस क्वालिटी इन लाइफ, यू डोंट हैव टू एक्ट इन एसएसबी, वरना इसकी एक्टिंग करनी पड़ेगी. बिकॉज अगर आप एक बहुत ही ज्यादा इंट्रोवर्ट हो, इनवर्ड लुकिंग हो, लो सेल्फ एस्टीम हो, यू डोंट हैव कॉन्फिडेंस, डेफिनेटली यू विल नॉट हैव सोशल इंटेलिजेंस. यू विल कीप वेटिंग फॉर अदर्स टू कम एंड मेक फ्रेंड. यू कैन नेवर इनिशिएट बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव सोशल इंटेलिजेंस. यू मे बी इंटेलिजेंट फ्रॉम हियर, but you're not intelligent from here. You don't have social intelligence. Anyway, it is ability to deal with individuals singly or in a group and to get along with superiors, equals and subordinates. So social intelligence, आपको पता आपके बॉस को कैसे डील करना, आपको पता आपके साथियों को कैसे डील करना, आपको पता आपके सबऑर्डिनेट्स को कैसे करना. You don't associate with people because of their position. Many times we get associated with people because they are at high in position, they can help you, but that is not adaptability. That is the cunningness. That is conditional adaptability. And how well are you adapted? You can come to know by looking at the way you treat people who cannot give anything back to you. आप भिखारियों से कैसे डील करते हो, है ना. यू मे नॉट गिव मनी बट डू यू रेस्पेक्ट देम एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. आप अपने काम वाली बाई से कैसे बिहेव, रिक्शे वाले से कैसे करते हो, सब्जी वाले से कैसे करते हो. सो पीपल हु आर बिलो यू, हाउ डू यू ट्रीट देम, दैट्स अ प्योर क्लियर इंडिकेटर हाउ वेल can you adapt with people. For example, if you're working in a company, you may be a colonel sahab, and when a sipahi comes, you don't have to get up, because getting up to a senior is a protocol, but can you treat the sipahi with respect? That's adaptability. You need not agree with everything what he says, but can you treat him for what he is, human being. So that is social. We'll talk about it much more in detail, what is social intelligence. Next is attitude towards others. It is the ability to put yourself into the other's man position. दूसरे के शू के अंदर घुस के उसके दर्द को समझना. This is a tremendous amount of quality if you possess. This cannot be acted. If you do it in life, you can do it in SSB. You cannot act in SSB. If you're insensitive, if you don't have empathy, if you don't sympathize with the surrounding people, what is suffering and all that, you cannot act it in the SSB. कहानियां ठीक करने से आपका attitude towards others ठीक नहीं होगा. मुकेश ने जो attitude दिखाया निर्भया के लिए, it is clearly operating out of lust. He cannot change his TAT responses and change. No, that cannot happen. Attitude to the ability to put oneself into others' main position so as to appreciate, justify and difficult, उसके दर्द को समझना, and enable rendering help in a proper way, and then help देना. Help देने के लिए आपके अंदर cooperation की भावना होनी चाहिए. But अगर आप दूसरों को exploit करते हो, all these things if you do, you definitely have a poor attitude towards others. The way you look at the opposite gender, you may shadow them, you may not shadow them, but you have a thinking going on. If that thinking is originating out of lust, you have a problem in your attitude. And there has to be certain degree of purity in your thinking. So this is that. Now look at this picture. Definitely depending upon what relationship it can be husband, wife, or it can be whatever. There is a disturbance and there is an adjustment problem right now because there is a conflict. The conflict can be on the outside, the conflict can be inside. There can be a situation on the outside or there can be a problem inside, or maybe it is a situation on the outside which is not able to handle it, and this is affecting their interpersonal skills, and now they've gone into ego conflict, or maybe there's lack of communication, acceptance nahi hai, tolerance nahi hai. So your story must build up in such a manner that one of them, whoever is your hero or heroine, must restore those elements that is essential for building harmony in relationship, and must handle that conflict, whether it is internal conflict or external conflict, in such a manner that the resultant, that is what is the final outcome, becomes desirable. Right now this picture has certain undesirable elements. There is silence on the outside but there is too much of a noise on the inside. I hope it's visible. कुछ कोचिंग सेंटर बोलते हैं पिक्चर कोई भी हो, आर्मी ऑफिसर हो, इसको बोलो बी पॉजिटिव और इसमें मूड पॉजिटिव दिखा, बेवकूफी है. You have to accept this situation. There is some problem. So I'd like you to write a story on this and let's see how do you build it up, and we'll take on and let us see how do you restore the harmony in this relationship, what is shown here. So attitude towards other. Next is tact. Let's see this. Skillful management of the feeling of the person dealt with. How skillfully you manage the feelings of the others without disturbing your relationship. The issue must be addressed, not the person. Sometimes क्या करते हैं, issue छोड़ के we start getting behind the person. तुमने ऐसे किया, अरे नहीं, क्या हुआ उसको चेक करो, ना कि किसने किया उसके पीछे पड़ जाओ, है ना. Skillful management of the feeling of the person. For example, let us look at this picture. Now here is a picture. Definitely one person is crying, the other person is trying to communicate or whatever. Now unless this person has got the capacity to handle this emotion skillfully, this communication will not happen. And for example, Shikha ki story, TAT part 1. Shikha failed. She did not communicate the issue with her parents and instead she locked. So kahin na kahin emotion ka block tha. And you remember the story. So how do you deal with people, especially when they're emotionally disturbed? So your ability. So I'll request you to write 2 or 3 stories on this and we will discuss this. All this will become very clear once you understand what is this quality they're looking for. Now question is, if you don't have tact in life, can you demonstrate tact in SSB? Tact is yukti. सांप मर जाए लेकिन लाठी ना टूटे, है ना. बोलते हैं ना, सांप भी मर जाए लाठी भी ना टूटे. सांप मरना मतलब the issue must get resolved but the relationship not get disturbed. So that is the issue. Do you have this? And if you don't have, how do you propose to develop it when you go to a coaching center? Are they addressing this? Please check that. Next is adaptability. It is the ability to adjust to the environment with special reference to social situation in that environment. For example, if you're a civilian, you come to the army, SSB, new environment, new kind of a culture, how fast you adapt. The faster you're able to adapt, the better is your adaptability. Tomorrow you get married, you're a bachelor so far, no restrictions. Suddenly your wife comes, your husband comes, so many restrictions. How well you adjust. You go to, a girl goes to get married and goes to her in-laws place, new set of people, new relationship, complex initial environment. How do you adjust to that? How well you fit into that kind? That shows you adaptability. But if you cannot mix with people, if you have ego issues, if you have superiority complex, inferiority complex, low self-esteem, everything affects your adaptability. So I hope when you're going to the coaching center, they are addressing this. TAT, WAT रटने से ये ठीक नहीं होगा, है ना. SD लिखने से ये ठीक नहीं होगा. This has to be addressed. Check, are you adaptable? Do you fit well in a team or you are a loner? If you're a loner, please don't go to SSB. Correct it. है ना. So let us take some examples. Now if you remember, I'm taking some movie examples. Chak De India. This girl was extremely good in terms of her skills to play hockey. So there was no problem in her skills. She had a skill set, but she did not have the mindset. What matters is your skill set and your mindset both must exist. So this girl, Kabir Khan, the entire game, she was kept outside, and she went to the extent of character weakness. उसने बटन ही खोल दिया, बोला मेरे पास क्या है, उसके पास क्या है जो मेरे पास नहीं है. कबीर खान ने बोला खुद ही बता दिया कैरेक्टर नहीं है. So she had an adaptability problem in the picture. Acted fantastically well, but I think communicates. Her ability to adjust with individuals, she had conflict with most of them, and social groups. So in that environment, hockey ke group mein with the Kabir Khan, with special reference to superiors. Who's superior? Kabir Khan. And all those ladies and the people who are managing it. Equals. Those people, kya bolte hain? Her own players. And subordinate. people were not as skillful as her. She was wanting कि मेरे को right half में लगाओ, इधर नहीं लगाना, उधर नहीं लगाना. She created all kind of this. She had solid adaptability problem. Look at you. Are you like Bindya Nayak? Next, if you have a social adaptability problem, your thought pattern will change. This recent video, psychological classification of thoughts. Usme, if you look at Bindya Nayak, she had sada hua alu inside her. She had ego problem, she had conflict, she had need for position and power, and she wanted to control everything. So definitely her thoughts were not positive. Coaching center wale bolte ki be positive. You cannot think. Her thinking were not even right thoughts. They were not even useful thoughts. They were not even waste. They were not even negative. They're toxic because she was trying to break the entire क्या बोलते हैं हॉकी टीम, इफ यू रिमेंबर दैट थिंग. सो फॉरगेट अबाउट पॉजिटिव थॉट. आप तो राइट भी यूजफुली नहीं क्रिएट कर पा रहे. सो इफ यू हैव दिस प्रॉब्लम यू कैन नॉट क्रिएट पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग. नाउ दिस पर्सन इज कचरा फ्रॉम लगान मूवी. दिस पर्सन हैड low self-esteem and he was not different from Bindya, but he had an adaptable problem because he had low self-esteem. है ना, छुआछूत लोग मुझे कैसे पसंद करेंगे, मेरा तो हाथ है ना लूला हूँ, लंगड़ा हूँ, whatever. And definitely his thoughts were also not right thoughts, not useful thoughts. They were waste thoughts, negative thoughts. They were negative. They may not be toxic. They were negative thoughts. So it affected his social adapt. And then Bhuvan created that environment where he was more acceptable. And then look at the way he performed. So do you suffer from low self-esteem? If yes, I want to know how your coaching centers are addressing it. By changing the stories? No, don't change your story. Change your inner dimension. Your outer dimension will change automatically. When you manage the world inside you, the world outside will get managed automatically. Don't try to manage your responses. Manage your process. Okay, next, let us see this person. This is Lakha. He had lust. गौरी के पीछे लगा हुआ था, जिसके कारण he was in conflict with her. He had shown a lot of social adjustment problem. He even went to the extent of damaging the entire cricket team Lagan ka by going into Captain Russell's palace and then disclosing whatever. And then he was about to be killed because of his pure social adaptability and the greed and all those things. Look at his thoughts. If you also have greed, if you also want to crack the SSB without developing yourself, can your thoughts be positive? I am questioning you. And all those coaching centers will tell you in the name of cracking SSB, isko rat lo, ye kar lo, load mat uthana. Load mat uthana, do you think it's a positive? Do you think it's a right thought? Do you think it's a wasteful, useful thought, waste thought, negative thought? It's toxic. So many a times you are not what you show. You are showing a lot of things because of wrong coaching. Please change it. Lakha could have been killed if Bhuvan had not intervened. That was leadership. His ability to handle conflict. So clean your kachara, otherwise you will become Lakha in the SSB. You will become Bindya Nayak in the SSB. And if you have low self-esteem, you will become kachara in the SSB. Forget about SSB. SSB is a subset of life. You will become kachara in the life. है ना? समझो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. Next is let's take Mr. Abdul Kalam ji. Let's take any kachara inside. Oh my God, such a clean, pure chap. Because of his clean, pure chap, was he always creating waste thoughts? Never. Useful thought? More than that. Right thought? More than that. Positive? More than that. Elevated. This man, whether he has the chair of president or does not have the chair of president, he was a leader because he had personal power. I'm not only talking about social adaptability. You can look for various other qualities there. Now you can ask why he was not recommended in the SSB. That's because SSB, it has a job requirement. He may not have fit the job requirement, but let us look at his adaptability, his cooperation, his sense of responsibility. Let us see his pattern of thinking. It is extremely positive. Extremely positive. In fact, elevated, I'll say. What is elevated? We'll see in the subsequent slides. So, please clean your kachra inside. Let's take one more. Now, this is Delhi ka Mukesh, Nirbhaya rape case. When a girl comes into his bus, he rapes. Why? Social adaptability. Arre chodo, he is operating out of lust. Where is his social intelligence? Where is his attitude towards her? Where is his style? So do you also have this kachara? Now, if this Mukesh goes to the #1 SSB coaching center with 45% clearance, they claim, and if they make 100% GTO task में इसको करा दो, 100% WAT TAT करवा दो, daily psychological test करा दो, and doubtful personality with this without changing the gun, will he become a better person in SSB even if he goes and even if he gets selected, this Alu will still interfere. He is a gand. And this gand has to be cleaned, not his TAT responses. His TAT responses will change once he cleans his gand. Is your SSB coaching center helping you to clean this kachara? If not, why the hell are you going there? Mukesh goes to the SSB coaching center to make his responses correct without clearing this gand. No, that's not possible. That's fake. You have to. अरे तुम लीडरशिप के लिए जा रहे हो, तुम्हारी बुद्धि कहाँ चली गई? There are coaching center who says सवाल मत करो, ऑफिसर बनना, हमने जैसे बोला है वैसे रटो, DIPR को यही चाहिए. जो ये कोचिंग सेंटर ऐसा बोलते हैं ना, उनको त्याग कर दो. जो कोचिंग सेंटर आपको रिटर्न में देते हैं ना, मसाला बोलो इसको SD, तुम्हारा बाप ये सोचता, तुम्हारी माँ ये सोचती है, तुम्हारा स्ट्रेंथ वीकनेस ये लिखो. अरे भैया मुकेश को रटवा रहे हैं वो. तुम तोता बन के मत जाओ यार. यू आर ट्राइंग टू ट्रेन योरसेल्फ एट अ वेरी वेरी ग्रॉस एंड फिजिकल लेवल. वेयर इज योर इंटेलेक्चुअल एप्लीकेशन? इस टाइप की ट्रेनिंग इट डज नॉट हेल्प यू एक्सपैंड योर ब्रेन, इट कंस्ट्रिक्ट्स योर थिंकिंग. लड़की रो रही है तो ये कारण लिखना. अरे यू हैव टू एक्सपैंड योर ब्रेन, नॉट लिमिटेड. आपका एक्सपेंशन नहीं हो रहा, आपका ढक्कन लगाया जा रहा ब्रेन पे. वेयर इज योर इमोशनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग? Where is your intellectual understanding? Where is your shift in consciousness? Personality development होता है तो उसका असर सिर्फ SSB नहीं, जीवन में होना चाहिए, है ना. एक कोचिंग सेंटर लिखता है along with the SSB training we have dovetailed personality development. Sorry, wrong. Along with the 100% personality development, dovetail a little bit of SSB, because SSB का आपका process तो वैसे ही पता है. The problem is there's so much of gand inside. You don't have to dovetail personality development into SSB. You have to dovetail SSB into personality development. You come to A4SOP, you find every minute you're going through a transformation, because I will address those kachra. I'll show you that, and the moment you clean it, your outside responses changes. What happens inside you is more important than what happens outside you. So don't dovetail personality development into SSB training. Reverse it. The personality development karo and then dovetail karo SSB ko. Let's reverse it. You know, what is your branding यार? वो all of you say I'm number one. अरे number one की लड़ाई है कि कौन कितना अच्छा रटवा सकता. No, it's not. Become unique. And the uniqueness is, you come to A4SOP, you find there's no rata. Why? The uniqueness is we clean you from inside. So please understand that Mukesh has to clean. You have to clean to increase your relationship, effectiveness of your relationship, to give productive results in your profession, and to become an eligible candidate for SSB also. Don't crack the SSB. Cracking the SSB is, do you think it's a positive thought? It's a negative thought. It's a toxic thought, because when you crack the SSB, your Indian Armed Forces will get cracked. And आप बोलते be positive? No, please understand. Please understand. Last is, are you socially well adjusted? That's a question. This is you. If you're holding some kachra, please make sure you clean it. Otherwise, you will have adjustment problem. You will have conflict with your parents. You will have conflict with your mummy, papa. You will have conflict with brothers and sisters. You will have conflict with the society. You will have conflict in your profession. You will be unnecessarily एक दूसरे को गिराओगे. You know, if you hold kachra of the past, you cannot resolve it. You will have problem. You will suffer from depression. You will suffer from low self-esteem. Suffer from inferiority complex, superiority complex. You cannot adjust with people. So I'm asking you, are you socially adjustable? If your thinking is originated from Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh and Ahankar, definitely you will have problem of social adjustment. For example, Mukesh, he had lust in him and this operated, and Nirbhaya was raped. Where is the social adjustment? Anger. In anger you kill people, you hit people, you break relationship. Anger, गुस्से से आपका social adaptability, घर में disturbance आ जाता है, आपको पता गुस्से में क्या क्या करेगा. Greed आ जाए, greed, लोड नहीं उठाते greed के कारण, क्योंकि आपको recommend होना. अरे टीम भावना है ना. ग्रीड आ जाए तो कौन किसको मारता पता नहीं. जो मेरा वो मेरा, जो तेरा वो भी तेरा. ग्रीड. रावण राम को, सीता को ही उठा के लेके चला गया. ग्रीड. अटैचमेंट, किसी चीज से इतना मोह हो जाए. एसएसबी में जा रहा हूं, रिकमेंडेशन से इतना मोह हो गया कि डर लगता है कि इनसिक्योर हो जाता हूं, कहीं नॉन रिकमेंड ना हो जाओ, है ना. सो ईगो, अहंकार, अभिमान. Oh my God, it affects your social adaptability. So if you have these things, you will have superiority complex, you will have inferiority complex, low self-esteem, low self-confidence, depression, you may get into aggression, guilt, you will feel insecure, you may develop emotional complexes, you are not able to, you will never be able to resolve your past experience, etc. अगर ये सब आ जाए तो आपका तो दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. Is your coaching center helping you to get over these things? If yes, go ahead. If no, don't change the TAT without changing all these things inside. So there is a case that we must clean us from inside. जब तक ये अंदर का गंद clean नहीं होगा, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, You cannot. Don't crack the SSB. Become worthy of getting recommended. So in the next video, we'll see what are the sources of this maladjustment behavior, jiske karan aapka adaptability, sense of response, everything is going wrong. You may have certain reasons from your family, for example, social environment of the family, a broken family, divorce ho gaya, death ho gaya, it will affect you. Economic causes. Father is too rich, it will have problem. If you're too poor, it will have problem. If you're middle class, it will have a particular kind of orientation. And psychological classes, some of your psychological makeup because of the genetics, because of the family environment, the kind of parenting and all those things, schooling. And then you have school related causes, teacher related, the kind of teachers they have, the kind of relationship you build, the kind of grooming they have given you, and peer group, friends ka influence. You had good company, you had bad company, friends, jaisa sang vaisa rang. So we'll see all these things and we'll see where is the problem, and then we'll try and address them. So I'll make videos on that based on your feedback. How are you finding these videos OLQ decoded, and is it making any sense, and how is it different from the other number one coaching centers? I'm not number one. In fact, I'll say I'm the only one. That's my uniqueness, because my approach is completely different. I have not dovetailed personality development into SSB training. It's reverse. So I will also like to know how these qualities are developed by these number one. In fact, I will request you, all those people who have gone through various coaching at number one places, I'd like to know how they are doing it. In fact, many of them are with me. I'll put their photographs. You may ask them how they are doing it. You can also them how Air Force Super is doing it. SSB is a subset of life. So that is it. So I'll request you to kindly like this video if you've liked it. Post your comment. Your comments encourages me. Subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any new video, and do share it if you like it. Cooperation की बात कर रहे हो, do share it. इसको इतना फैला दो कि this has to become a talk among the SSB candidate because of its authenticity. And if you have any queries, you can ask me here in the comment box, or also you can post it at www.propathon.com at Air Force UP. Yahan pe it's a website, educational website where I'll give you video feedback, instant video feedback. In case you want to register for the Air Force UP classes, it starts every Monday, and you can WhatsApp me at 82755777650. You can also email me at airforceup@gmail.com. I hope this video you find it useful. Thank you, and may God bless you. Thank you.